guys, welcome and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time being here, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for clicking on this video. Today in this video I'm going to show you how I used my Cricut mug press to sublimate this tumbler. Now there are things that I would do differently if I was going to do it again, but I just want to show you my process of how I did it. Now this is the tumbler that we are going to do. If you notice, my seam is here, and I'm just gonna take you through the process of how I do it. So if that is something you're interested in, do keep on watching. Okay guys, we are in Silhouette Studio. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm gonna press file and I'm going to merge, and I'm gonna go and get the file that I'm going to use for this design. In this case, I'm going to use this tumbler wrap that I got. I think I got it from Etsy. Okay, so I'm gonna use this one that says Girl Boss Billionaire Empire. It's a 20-ounce tumbler. I'm gonna press OK. Okay, so when it comes in, it's gonna look like this. Now there are a few things that I wanted to do. I'm gonna change my page setup, and I'm gonna change it to a letter size because that is what I'm gonna use to print my design from Silhouette Studio. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go here, change my size. You could print wherever you want. You could print from Canva, you could print from Word, you could just print whatever you like. I just like printing from Silhouette Studio. And then I'm gonna change my orientation to landscape. Then I'm just going to position this where I want it. Now, before I print this out, I will have to size it to the size of the tumbler that I'm using. So in this case, the size tumbler that I'm using, I'm gonna go up here to my lock proportion and I'm going to click on it to unlock it. The size that I'm using, I'm gonna use a 9.35 inches by 8 inches. So you'll have to measure your tumbler to see what you is best for you. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go here where it says file, and I'm gonna go to print. When I go to print, I'm gonna ensure that everything is fine, everything looks okay. I'm going to go to print. And then I'm gonna search for my printer. I'm using a ET 2800 series, and I'm gonna press preference. Now for your size, I'm going to use 8.5. I'm gonna go down here. I have a pre-test that I have made and I just use it all the time. But I'm gonna tell you what you're supposed to look out for. Your document size is whatever paper size you're using. In this case, I'm using 8.5 by 11. I want it to print on the landscape mode. My paper type should be premium presentation paper matte. My color, I want it to be high. And I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna do a job preview. I'm going to go up here where it says more option, and I'm going to ensure that my mirror is turned on. Now this is very important. You have to turn your mirror on. If you do not turn your mirror on, then when your item sublimates, it's gonna turn backwards. So ensure that that is done, and then I'm gonna press OK, and I'm gonna press print. So I'm gonna go ahead and print this out. Okay guys, so I went ahead and I printed out my design. This is what I have. So what you're gonna do is you're going to trim this down. So you're gonna use, so before I trim it down, let me tell you the paper I used. I used the Sublimation paper, the 120 grams. Now I find that when I use it, I like it better than the 125 grams, but you could also use the 125 grams if that's what you have. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to trim off all the white at the top, all the white at the bottom, I'm going to trim off all the white on one side, and the side that I'm going to overlap, I'm going to leave about a quarter or so of an inch for that overlap. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim off all the white at the top, the bottom, and on one side. Okay guys, so today I'm using a PYD Life Skinny tumbler. The first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lint roll it. Okay, and then this is what I got on Amazon. This is the silicone trivet mat, and this is what I'm gonna use for my project. I'm also going to use a metal straw to put at the bottom of the mug press. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wrap my design. So you're gonna get heat tape to wrap this design. And to wrap your design, so do not handle your mug too much after you've cleaned it. Please ensure that it is not upside down, because I've made a mistake where I have made my tumbler upside down. So I'm gonna turn it to the top first, ensure that the design is not upside down. Then I'm going to flip it over like this. Okay, so I'm gonna knock it on my table, right, to ensure that it is fine. The first thing I'm gonna do, the overlap, see that overlap goes on top. So do not make that mistake. The overlap goes on top. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull it as tight as I can, ensure that it is flush with the top, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put a piece of tape there. Okay, and I'm gonna pull it so that it's tight and nice. Okay, so this is fine, this is okay. Okay, ensure that it is tight and nice and flushed with the top, or else you're gonna get incorrect seams. And the paper is nice and tight there. Okay, so this is ready. All you need to do is to cover it with the butcher paper before you put it in your mug press. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to do that now. And also there's one more thing I didn't tell you. Use your fingernail to run it along the seams to get out any of the air bubbles that's supposed to be there. You could also use a ruler to run it along there. Okay, then you put your butcher paper over. I'll show you what to do next. Okay guys, so my mug press is ready, and I went ahead and I wrapped the tumbler, right? So I'm gonna take my silicone mat and I'm gonna fold it in two like this, because the goal is to get it to stay in so that it doesn't move around. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this side to facing me, and I'm gonna put the band around it like this, I'm also gonna use this metal straw and I'm gonna put it at the bottom so that it does not go down all the way to the bottom. And I'm going to stick this in like this. And what you're gonna do, you're going to time this, okay? The lights will not work. The lights here will not work. So I'm gonna give it 1 minute and 30 seconds. After that, I'm going to turn it around. Okay, and I'm gonna let it go, time goes down. Okay, so the time has expired. I'm going to open it and I'm going to turn it the other way. Ensure you have your glove on for this. I'm gonna put it in. Ensure that it's not all the way down. Okay, and I'm gonna time it just the same. Okay, okay guys, so the time is up. I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna take it out. Then I'm gonna do it on this side. Okay, so the time is done. I'm gonna flip it to the other side. Okay guys, so the time is up. Let's check to see if this sublimated. Okay. Okay. All right. Ooh. All right, guys. Let's see. Let's see how well this sublimated. Oh. Okay, not bad at all. More of the ink could have come off, but it is okay. You could see that a lot of heat wasn't getting on this side, but it still blends in with this part of the tumbler, so that is fine. And this is what we have. This is what we have. See that? There's still some ink left on, but it did work. It did sublimate, and I like it. See that? See? It's not bad at all. This is what we have. Yeah. This is good. This part looks like it wasn't getting a lot of heat, but it is fine. It looks like a part of the design. All right, guys. So this is it. Let me know what you think of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.